Assalamualaikum everybody. Okay, today I will record our class. We will cover on we will look into actually the what are we supposed to include in our final report for chapter 4 and chapter 5. I believe that many of you has discussed with your supervisor what is going to be the content for your chapter 4. Okay, so we will look at chapter 4. Chapter 4, the title is going to be Results and Discussion. But however, if you do some research or you look at other people's report, some students, they wrote as Implementation and Results and Discussion. Okay, that is also acceptable. Okay, in chapter 4, this is where you present all your results. Okay, and then this result, okay, it is advisable that you organize it, okay, whether you will present it in a figure or a table. Okay, for every of these figure and tables, you need to put captions. Okay, caption means some information about the figure or table. For example, for figure, the caption should be below the figure. For example, for chapter 4, the first figure will be figure 4.1. For figure number 2, it's going to be figure 4.2 and so on. Whereas for table, the caption should be above the table. For example, for the first table, is going to be for first table in chapter 4, is going to be table 4.1. For the second table, it's going to be table 4.2. Okay, let's say for chapter 2, okay, there is a table, okay, for the first table, for chapter 2, it's going to be table 2.1. It refers to the chapter, the first number for the table. Okay, and then what you need to do, you need to explain the figures and tables. You need to explain what are the what is going to be you explain what is the information about the figures, okay, and also the tables, and we'll look at the example afterwards. And then you need to discuss and interpret the results. Okay, we will look at example. This also we'll look at the example afterwards. And then you need to compare result with previous work, obviously. With those students who are doing some comparison analysis, you need to compare result with previous work. Okay, we will look at one example here. For example, for this work, they present the result in a table. Okay, this result is actually statements of observation. Okay, we will look at the caption table 1. But if it is in chapter 4, for your report, you should put table 4.1 and then some explanation what is this table all about. For here, it says that comparison of proposed method with simple LSB and Wong, ET et al. In Lena. Okay, so it compare with two other works, and the last column is the proposed result. Yeah, proposed method, the result of the proposed method. Okay, and so this is the example of explanation for this result. Okay, it says here the embedding result of global optimal substitution with 4 blocks in secret image shown in table 1. Yeah, the result of this table shows that value of PS and R of the proposed method in global substitution matrix by applying OPA is higher than simple LSB. Okay, the first thing that you need to explain is the observation. It can be observed that this proposed method, okay, well, the method that this author been doing is higher than this simple as LSB. So you first one, you explain the observation. And then after that, what does it show? Higher value of PSNR represent better quality of stego image and so on. And then therefore, what is the implication? Therefore, the imperceptibility of stego image by proposed method is better than simple LSB. And then you give some conclusion here, comparing PSNR value of Wong method with proposed method illustrate that value of PSNR is improved And then this method provides better imperceptibility in comparing with simple LSB and Wong's work. Okay, so I think in your explanation, you need to, the first one is you need to present the observation, and if yours is better result, you should tell, and if it is a negative result also, you should tell. And after presenting the observation, what is the what does it shows, what is the impact, and then you give the implication, and finally you conclude. Okay, that is example. Basically that was what you should include in your chapter 4, and now we will look at in chapter 5 what should we include. Okay, for chapter 5, basically we will summarize the project findings, and then limitation and also recommendations, and we should write our chapter 5 in present tense. For chapter 5, there are a few things that you need to include for the chapter. Okay, the first one is a preamble or introduction. Okay, you need to write the introduction. What you need to include is you will briefly include the problem. Okay, what is your work all about? Okay, and then the purpose, the objective, and the research question, and also you briefly describe the methodology. This is actually some summary of what you are going what is your work all about. And then the most important part for chapter 5 is the second point, that is the evaluation of the aims of or the objective, the achievement of the objective. So what is to be done? Okay, what is your objective, and then how has it been done? You explain, and then what has been achieved. Let's say you have 3 objective, so you need to separate the objective. Objective 1, what like I say in these slides, what is to be done, and then how has it been done, and what has been achieved, and you discuss the outcome. And then after you have done with the second point, then the next one is limitation. Okay, the limitation is there any limitation or hurdles for this project? So you need to explain, maybe let's say because the limitation, because maybe time. Okay, then time limitation, so you only include maybe only you only collect for example, sample data from only from our faculty. So whatever you can write in the limitations. Okay, and also the limitation, so you can relate to your scope. And then the next one is contributions. What are the contributions of your work to the body of knowledge? Okay, some students, maybe they do their project, they did the project on maybe a comparison of algorithms. Okay, what are the contributions? Maybe what you add in is some you place some comparison. Okay, you add in into comparisons. Okay, your data can be, your result can be in the literature for the also when people want to make some comparison, they can also use your results. Okay, and then maybe you are doing some improvement. Okay, like some modification to the formula of your algorithms. So that is contributions. And also maybe some students they are doing some development, so you will present the significance of the work. What did you contribute to the for the organization, for example, right? Okay, so that is the contributions part, and the last part is recommendation of future work. Okay, is there any plans for improvement or to enhance, to improve or enhance the project? For example, you are planning to maybe try on, you have tested your algorithm on 2 data sets. Maybe you are going to test on in future for more data sets or for a larger data sets. Okay, that is the recommendation of future work. All right, so I think that is for chapter 5. So these are the things that you need to include in your chapter 5. Okay, I think that's all for this chapter 4 and chapter 5.